Hey, good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Let's see, we'll give everybody a little time to drift in here. Oni-chan, good to see you. Cal, good to see you. Hey, if you fall asleep midstream, we're glad you could join us. And yes, definitely catch the rewatch on it. That'd be great. And yes, I am having a good day. It's been a busy day, but it's been a good one. Savon, good to see you. Anoka, good to see you. Both of you are members of the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Anika, you were actually in the first members-only live stream we had on Monday. It was great to see you there. We will be doing more of those. I don't know if we'll do one or two of those a month, and we'll probably bounce them around a little bit so everyone can have a better chance, member-wise, to jump in there and ask their questions in the private live streams. But pretty good turnout for a first one, and was a test run. The members only live stream still in the beta testing for YouTube, much less me figuring it out. Hopefully they're going to roll out more stuff for us there. A12, good to see you as well. And Terror, welcome. Good to see you again, Terror. Sevron, love the content, so prefer to add a little something to keep that coming. Well, thank you. Hugs up to you. Appreciate it, Sevron, too. Now, we had an awesome problem last week. I think it was Sunday, but the live stream got massively busy, which was amazing to see how active the live streams are getting. I was not able to get to all the questions last week. I do apologize. As always, do remember we do have the super chats where you can put in a small donation. It'll flash it up on the screen. Make sure I see it, and all super chat questions do get answered as long as they're YouTube appropriate. So do keep them YouTube appropriate. To those who I missed your questions, I do apologize that I missed them. It does happen. And as the channel grows, well, that may happen more and more. Also, don't forget we do have the Discord where you can message me as well to ask questions. That is also an option. Nika, we hope we get to see you at those for sure. KRY, welcome. Kaylee, sorry I can't stay. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you have a good day. Well, it's good to see you, Kaylee. Hope you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for dropping in to say hi. Everyone, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Give the stream a like. It does let the algorithm know you like the work we're doing, and it helps YouTube get it out to show more people, which honestly, we got to get it out there to show more people. Let's see. Okay, we got some questions coming in here. Everyone wants a piece of the Drake steak. Oh, God, you're going to make me blush. Let's see. And hit the... Let's see. We mentioned the other kin community live stream. Do you think it could have anything to do with past lives? I have heard quite a few people theorize that the other kin concept has a little bit to do with past lives and echoed memories from those lives. And that seemed very, very plausible and almost pretty hard set for me. Though the more and more I learn about reincarnation and how the soul works, I start to question it. It still makes the most sense to me, but I still start to question it. So it is something I'd have to dive in and do more research on to get back to a solid foundation there, Oni-chan. Mort asks, what is my thoughts on the Book of Lies? Which one? There's about 20 books of lies that I've come across. Siobhan, like, share, and comment after. Ooh, that's a good point. There you go. Let's definitely get those likes. I appreciate it, everyone. Wild Helantis, welcome. Glad to see you. Kaylee, before I go, do you happen to do private readings? These days I don't. I used to, but I prefer to teach divinations as opposed to do divinations for a living. There was a point where I tried to offer divinations to a few people, and it ended up just backlogging my email or my calendar, and with just spam. So it was just one of those where it got to be more of a hassle, and so no, I no longer offer private readings, Kaylee, not directly. I occasionally do it for friends, but it's not something that I put out there and make a promise that I'll do it. Apologize, Luna. Maybe it's a strong coffee taste. Well, it might be. My blood type is dark roast these days, people. Mugs up. Three. Let's see what we got popping up in here. More. I'm not book 333. Is that one of Crowley's works? Because it's been a long time since I've read his works. It's not one I've read recently. The title does look familiar, though. Macy, hello. Good to see you. Anime Geek asks, what do you know about werewolves? Is it possible I could work with one? Well, that depends on what style of werewolf you're talking about. Not all werewolves are created equal. First off, you have werewolves that are viewed as entities on the other side. As far as physical plane werewolves, most of those pretty much are non-conclusive fiction at this point. So as to work with those, no. As far as the ones on the other side, or spiritual werewolves, they're more bestial entities from different realms. You'll find them across the Feywilds and even within the infernal realms, and even some in the celestial realms. So it's not, werewolves aren't specifically their own category. They would be just the same as any other entity from the realm they originated at. So assuming you was able to actually locate one, befriend it, potentially, but they are not actually considered social creatures. Kaylee, by all means, we'd love to see you in the Discord. And yeah, we do actually have some divination classes coming to the school in the near future as well. Vlad, hi Drake. I'm sorry if this sounds like a stupid question, but when you communicate with entities, how do you see them with your eyes open through meditation, astral travel? Thank you. No, it's not a stupid question. Again, Vlad, that's actually pretty reasonable. And actually, the answer would be all the above. I've been working at it for a while. My arcane senses are pretty solid. So my arcane senses are active and open even when my eyes are open. So when I'm doing evocation work, my eyes are open. I'm actually looking at the entity with my arcane sense in the room with me. Meditation, I generally just listen for their voice. Occasionally, I'll see their face in my head during meditation. Other than that, if I'm not doing evocation, my favorite way to communicate is via astral or soul travel. So I actually, depending on what I'm doing, will use all of them. But when I am communicating with them, I do see and hear them as through my arcane senses. And yeah, so that would be the simplest of it. Yeah, okay, so it was Crowley's. I'll be honest, it has been years since I've read Crowley's book, and I am way rusty on whether to recommend a singular of his book. Now, Crowley's works, I found them interesting, philosophically speaking. As far as practical, most of his text I did not find practical. They required more decoding and breakdowns than in almost any other text I've purchased, almost. So I did not find them practical. Now, if you're diving into like a thelmic practice or something like that, that is something that's heavily based on Crowley's works, and I find them very, very useful. Much like if you're going to any practice, you know, the literature that it's based on is a great thing to have and reference. But for the general practitioner, I wouldn't actually generally recommend purchasing them. Oni-chan, once you astral project, how do you visit the Feywilds? Oni-chan, I do not know if that's exactly information I'm allowed to give out at this time. I'd have to check on that. But the Feywilds themselves, there's a difference in the Fey realms and the Feywilds. The Feywilds are in the Fey realms, but even the Feywilds are dangerous to even the Fey. They are seriously a nasty place. You don't want to end up there accidentally. Or half the time, you don't want to end up there on purpose either. Let's see, Navik. Yeah, I can't pronounce that one. We'll call you Navik. Is it too unpredictable to try and make a deal with a money demon with exchange being weekly small amounts to win the Powerball or Mega Million jackpot? Navik, actually, I did a video on this exact topic just yesterday. It's the most recent video that launched. It's vlog number 6. And honestly and truly, the way magic works, I describe it in the video, but you're not the only one doing magic to affect the Powerball as it is. And if you are doing magic to win the lottery, normally when you're manifesting something, anytime you manifest something, you're moving energy currents to bring this thing closer to you and increase probability. Most things that we are trying to manifest have multiple routes of manifestation. The Powerball has but one and only one. So if you are trying to win it, you're going against millions of other practitioners who are doing the same magic, trying to yank it to them, as well as superstitious people who don't know they're using magic, but it's still magic. Religious people who are praying, doing the same thing. So honestly, yeah, your odds of using magic to win the Powerball are next to nil. That's one of the reasons you don't hear about magicians winning the Powerball all the time. There's way too many energy currents moving to win that one thing. You're far better off to do basic prosperity magic and build it up that way. So yeah, it is very impractical. But I'd definitely go check out that video that I posted yesterday. It'll go into it a bit more detail. Let's see. Oh, crap. Okay, we're getting a little behind here. Uncle Eli, my thoughts on lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is fun. It can be an interesting practice. However, it is not one of my favorite practices or methods of magic to use because, A, it limits you to the dream realm. not just the astral realm, it limits you to the dream realm. And once in the dream realm, you can't exit the dream realm into the other astral realms without waking up. I don't like that limitation. Secondly, things in the dream realm are too malleable and too symbolic. And that leads to a lot of misinterpretations. And again, that's something I'm not a big fan of. So for fun, it can be an interesting practice. But by and large, as a general purpose, function, and practicality in Magick, and particularly reliability of results, it's not one that's high on my list. And I rarely use it because of that. I prefer things that are a bit more reliable and less interpretive, because you can show the same dream to 20 magicians and get 12, or actually get about 22 different interpretations. So yeah, lucid dreaming is one of those weird ones that bothers me. And it's also sad to see that so many practitioners are using it as a cop-out for more reliable practice and studies these days. That saddens me. But, to each their own. But I'm not a big one on things that have to be interpreted. I'm very results driven. I'm very data oriented. Let's see, Little Urcher. Oh my God, the comments about Drake Steak have. Oh dear God. I got Ellis, great lotto video. Thank you. Appreciate it. And hello, Little Earth Dragon. Glad you could join us. Bornoldus, welcome. Glad you could make it. And we jumped. Okay, we're officially in the enough people here to make it jump. And we got 27 people and 19 likes. People, smash that thumbs up button. Get those likes up. Vlad, the Fey Wilds is an extremely dangerous, predatory, and chaotic wildlands in the Fey realms. Let's see. Jedi Master, good evening. Working on my music and trying to bring my dragon magic energy to help with my path. Hey, music and dragons get along great, Jedi. They really do. Good luck with that. See you in a minute. Yeah, I got a few steaks in the fridge, doing a little dry aging. I was thinking about grilling those tomorrow. Killer Lee, what's up, buckos? Hope everything is going well for y'all. Going good. Glad you can make it. Okay, let's see. Cloud gazing. Oh, and we are jumping already. So if you do have an important question, I miss it, I apologize. But do remember we have the super chats. Back to cloud gazing. I have a question as usual. Let's say I perform a ritual with candle. When I finish the spell, but the candle is still lit, can I move the working to the corner of the room so it's not in the way? Yeah, you can move it if you've done a candle spell that says to let the candle burn out. If you need to move the candle to a safer location, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. Let's see. Jedi, hey, why the sad face, Jedi? Nivik, dreamed about building places where they actually built. In the dream realm, you'll build anything that you think of in the dream realm, but it also disappears when the dream breaks. So if it was a dream, you built it and then it disappeared. However, the ability to build things, anyone can do it. That's not really a gift. Everyone on the planet can do that. It's literally what we call an astral sanctum. I have an entire video on astral sanctums on the channel if you want to check that out. And an astral sanctum, when you construct it on the astral, that stays. That'll be a permanent construct that you can revisit. Oh, wait, I read that wrong. You're saying you dreamed about a building or place before you actually went there or it was built. Yeah, that would be more of a vision or a prophetic dream. That's actually, again, pretty common. Divinations taps into the dreams for everyone. I think I actually haven't met a child who hasn't done that, interestingly enough. See, little Earth Dragon, I've been making progress on my intuition, cleansing myself and protection. I'm hoping to start excelling in astral work, and soul ancestry past lives. The effort is worth it. Oh, yes. Definitely worth it. Keep up the good work there, little Earth Dragon. And Magician Girl, welcome. Yeah, you can. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, Peachy, let me know. I'll go over that with you later. So yeah, great. Okay, so we hit the bottom, believe it or not. Look at that. Woohoo, go. This has been a crazy week for me. Some of you in the Discord know we had a 2-gallon mayonnaise explosion thanks to my buddy Nitro. So that took a day or two to fully clean the kitchen. That made for an interesting day. But I have been getting back into the Cliffothic work. I finished working with the last section and just started up the new section where I'll be working with the Cliffothic aspect of Astaroth, which right now, from what I'm already seeing, just in the first day or two layout, it is going to be freaking intense. And I'm really looking forward to that. I love when stuff like that happens. So that's going to be very interesting. My notes on the Fae Courts finally turned back up conveniently because they turned up, and within a day or two, someone contacted me asking me questions about the Fae Courts and working with them. So I think that the notes will be utilized in some way to help that person. Going to have to check on that myself. But we have been recording a lot of videos. Specifically, though, we are working to get ahead of the curve and record some holiday videos on the more practical side of the holidays and a little bit less on the spiritual. Because so many magicians still want to celebrate the Sabbats and everything in some way and work with the energies, not necessarily the religion. And that makes perfect sense. So we are working on getting those recorded and uploaded so that they'll be available ahead of time. Instead of me trying to record the holiday videos last minute and then forget them like I did last year. Y'all remember that? I missed so many videos for holidays last year. It was pathetic. Bad, Drake. Bad. But so I'm thinking ahead this time. So good thing there. We are also working on a few classes for the school. No release dates or anything. We're just kind of in the works of scripting them and figuring out some logistics of shooting. And when those get closer to release, we will let you know. One of them, though, I can say might be out this year, if not two of them. We're hoping for at least one of them to be released this year. The vlogs, I'm loving doing the vlogs, and you guys seem to be loving having them there to watch on Thursdays, so that has been a lot of fun as well. So that's pretty much, I think, the gist of it. It seems like there might be something I'm missing this week. All right, let's see what we got here that I missed while I was rambling. Let's see, terror. Okay, there are many folks that start to awaken. Okay, just never. Mayo bomb. Yeah, the mayo bomb was a pain in the rear. It really was. The dude cleaned my kitchen top to bottom. I appreciate that from him, but I still got to nail him down and figure out what he did. How he done that. Let's see. Halloween local spooky girl has arrived. Hey, Halloween! Glad you could drop in and join us. And thank you for supporting the channel. I see you got the little members tag too. Thank you very much. To the best of my knowledge, Tara, I don't know how to change the subscriber symbol next to your name. I do not. I know like the badges and the name colors, those come from the memberships. Those are the only ones I know of though. Everyone else's just shows up gray in here, if that's what you're talking about. Let's say Luna. Yay, holiday videos. Yes, yes. I know many of you have been wanting more of the holiday videos, and I am trying. I am. So we're trying to get the base video, holiday videos down. We're going to try and build on those in the future as well. So it's going to be fun, people. Cloud gazing. Do the Fae have a justice system similar to humans? Well, that depends on what you mean by similar, but yes and no. Fae have Fae law. And Fae law is ultimate, period. They're bound to it. They cannot break it. And if for any reason they do anything against the Fae, like one example is the law of hospitality. There are certain things that all Fae must follow if they're a guest in another Fae or anyone's home. And they're bound by that. But if the host somehow, or one of them, whether the guest or the host breaks it, yeah, there'll be some kind of justice dealt out, and it will be harsh, very harsh. The Fae are not nice when it comes to dealing out punishment. Usually it's some kind of long-term servitude that is grueling. It can be physical beatings, and in some cases it can even lead to death. Now, when you cross, like, say, the Fae Queens, it usually ends in death or worse. But they do have a justice system. It's just not a justice system where it's trial or court by your peers like us. It's not that. Let's see, Anika. Anika, how long would you say I should practice on the Dragon's Flame ritual before I can start my hunt for my guardian dragon? Generally, if you're getting good results with the Dragon's Flame ritual and the Dragon Fire meditation, and let's say you've done them for 3 days to a week, or I'd say you should be pretty solid there to try and move forward, Anika. Hope that helps you out a little. But generally, it's, yeah, I mean, like Saron says there, just get comfy with it. Make sure you know it. Because if you're comfy with it, you've done it a few times, and you know it, I think you're ready. Oni-chan, question, what is your favorite magical creature apart from dragons? You know, Oni-chan, I honestly don't know if I have a favorite. I work with so many different entities and everything, and I love their personalities. I love to get to know them. It's not really an aesthetic thing that I can say I like. So yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite, man. Rondo, hello. I don't really speak emoji, but that looks like hands, snake. So, well, welcome, Rondo. Glad you can make it. My apologies. I am technologically not an intelligent person. Me and technology, we coexist. That's where we're at. Jen, welcome. Good to see you as well. So, yeah, so it has been a busy week here. We've been getting a lot of stuff done. We do have more of the Goetic videos coming. I know a lot of you are been asking about those. Some have even asked me to just do them straight, all 72 back to back. But that would be like 72 weeks of videos. That's just nothing but the Goetian. We've got so many different topics to cover and everything that'd be so hard. And honestly, it'd get boring. And there's so many other entities I want to try and work into. Let's see, Onichan, your favorite or succubi? I think there's a lot of people that might give that answer. Let's see. Onika, thank you, Drake and Savan. It's been a good week for me, ritual, but I can do longer with the meditation, so your answer helps. That meditation, Onika, I still do that meditation. I love that bugger. I really love that meditation. But yeah, definitely take and get used to that meditation a little bit. Do it a few more times. Because it's really going to help you get ready for those energetic shifts that you're going to be dealing with later on. Jen asked, yeah, you can definitely ask a question, mate. That's why we're here. Do I work with Taoist Chinese magic? I have in the past working with other Taoists and stuff like that. Helping them with different rituals for different reasons that I don't know if I'm allowed to particularly talk about. I'd have to get a sign off on that. I enjoyed the system, but beyond that, it is not a system I am familiar with. Every time I have done it, we had to walk through each individual thing with me and with them to make sure I could do my part. So my knowledge base on that is very, very thin. I wouldn't trust it to hold up a button on my coat, much less my weight, if that makes any sense, mate. Let's see, Halloween. I like the concept of unicorns, but oh yeah, unicorns are mean. Oh, they are mean, 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 mean. You see a unicorn in the Fey realm, run. Just run. I don't care what the reason is, run. And if somebody's with you, trip them so that the unicorn mauls them. Seriously, just run. Actually, Jen, it's kind of funny because when I first came to Magic, I pretty much like avoided the dragon archetype like the plague. Because it just seems so cliche. Because I did always have an interest in dragon fantasy art, the old Arthurian legends. There was just something fascinating about them and all that. That it just seemed a little cornball to jump into Magic and try and study them. So imagine my surprise when I got steered over to something called Dragon Magic. That seemed a little ironic, don't you think? So, but yeah, it was one of those where I always have loved dragons. I really have, but I did at the same time try to avoid them when I first got into Magic. I didn't want to be one of those cliche little goofballs. Oni-chan, I need to do the Dragon's Flame ritual more often. I've only done it once. Well, if you're working Dragon Magic, I'd recommend doing that son of a gun once a day. Yeah, you definitely need to do that one more. Let's see. Jen, I like all mythical. I can give an answer to. Yeah, I really do enjoy all the mythical creatures, even unicorns. They are beautiful animals, absolutely gorgeous animals that just mean, but I really do love them all. And that's one of the reasons I love what I do. I get to research, learn, and study, and it's just a constant influx of learning. And I'm just a knowledge junkie, so that is one of those things. It's been a blessing. So to that one, Jen, I can't agree. Jen, so I hear about occult practitioners being dragons and still don't know what that means. Um, that's a touchy one, Jen. You got a lot of practitioners out here who want to claim to be a being in flesh of some kind in order to give themselves a gold star or make themselves feel special in some way. Unfortunately, if you take the time to learn about dragons, you'll find out dragons do not incarnate in physical form, and they sure would not incarnate in a human body because it would be a fate worse than death. So, honestly, most of those occult practitioners, I have a hard time even taking them serious because they don't seem to take the time to learn about what they're actually claiming. I actually plan to do a video on the top major draconic realm laws that affect humans and dragons interaction. And yeah, the fact that dragons do not incarnate in human form um, is probably going to be in that video. This is something I've said time and time again on this channel. So I don't really know why people want to do that. Some people may be using it as a technically, officially, old school. No, it's not a level sorcerer. It's a type of sorcerer in D&D, but we're talking real magic, not Dungeons and Dragons. Um, so if their particular circle or whatever claims it's a level, then it's unique to their particular group and circle, which inside their individual coven, group, or circle, they can essentially call it what they want. But outside in the broader reality of magic, it's just a label. I mean, you can slap a name tag on anything, really. See, Little Earth Dragon, I really enjoyed listening to this live stream. I do need to get back to working on something, so I left a like and I'll leave a goodbye as well. Good luck to everyone with their practices. Take it easy, Little Earth Dragon. Have a wonderful night. Killer Lee, what is the best luck spell? Because I found a 5 to 7 leaf clovers. My third, fifth leaf I ever found in my life. Then I have been finding 4-leaf clovers ever since randomly. I tend not to do luck spells. I try to do all my magic toward more focused. I don't tend to like randomness. Though as far as the best luck spell, I would just actually go with a solid sigil spell for luck to do that. As far as the best, there is not particularly the best spell of anything. Spells they're unique and they're craftable and they can be done in different ways. There's not the single best one. And as far as the best one I've encountered, sigil magic seems to do the best with luck that I've come across, but then I don't use luck much. Let's see. Jen, thank you for answering it. No problem, Jen. No problem. Oni-chan, I loved it. D&D is a good game. It's a good game. It's just maddening when people try to cross it with reality. That becomes an issue. That's one reason I don't mention it on this channel too much. But yeah, it is a little maddening time to times. So yeah, great questions tonight, people. We get into those deep questions up in here on Fridays, and then it gets just weird on Sundays. But it's a good weird. We enjoy it. We have lots of laughs and fun. And I need a refill. I got too much blood in my coffee system. Oni-chan, what is my favorite edition of D&D? Honestly, I have to go with 5th. I really do. I'm an old school player, and I know I got a lot of players that were in my games. I've DM'd a lot that are probably now trying to hunt me down and whoop me because I got a lot of 2nd edition junkies that I used to run for. And 3rd edition, let's be honest, 3rd was just broke. It was broke. It was overpowered as all get out. 2nd was magnificent on the storytelling and the role play. It really was. Mechanically, it was maddening. 4th edition, let's pretend that don't exist. Let's just pretend that never happened. No one wants that. But 5th edition, from a mechanics and a storytelling and a simplicity of learning curve, it checks all those boxes. So it's very, very customizable, very easy to tell a story, very easy to introduce new players. And even the mechanics themselves allow for an open-ended for role play and story. So from a role play perspective, I love it. And they balanced it. The only time it gets broken is if you look at the optional rule for cross-classing. Because if you allow cross-classing, which is optional only, not as intended, then it gets a little weird. But if a DM's allowing it, then the DMs should already be calculating that. So I'm going to have to go with 5th. Anyways, enough D&D, people. Let's see here. So Drake, you did a video on honor. Will you do another on integrity and character? Servon, I hadn't actually considered it because it was one of those where honor and ego. But you know what? I think integrity and character is something that should be talked about. And I think it's something, honestly, magicians and practitioners should consider. They really should. Because that's actually one of the things where I do get emails about shysters and charlatans and scam artists out there that give the rest of us practitioners a bad name. So, you know what? I'll be honest, Savon. You're right. That needs to be done. I'll add that to my scripting list and get to work on that. I don't know when I'll have it out, but I will definitely get to work on that because that's actually a really good suggestion, mate. Appreciate it. If you can, shoot me a reminder to my DMs on Discord just in case I forget, because I want to make sure I get that added to my list. That is a great suggestion. Let's see. Is it possible to invoke or evoke on accident? No, it is not. It actually takes an active, focused will to do both. So it can't be done accidentally. Because you can't accidentally have a focused will. Will takes intent, it takes mindfulness, it takes focus. And so if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If you do an evocation correctly, it will never be a thought form. If you do it correctly. See, Jen, there are subliminal channels on YouTube that claim to turn people into elves and D&D. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. They don't turn you into elves and other D&D like characters. The subliminal community is getting weirder, and they started out weird, and they are getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Um, but essentially, it's a hypnotic programming that makes you view yourself as this fictional archetype. It doesn't actually do anything to alter your energy patterns or anything. And that's one of the reasons I actually tell people to avoid subliminals, because if you don't know what's in that, you don't know who built that, you don't know what they're putting in your head. I am suspicious as heck of subliminals. And I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but when it comes to hypnosis, I don't trust people. I don't want people messing with my head. All right, so in scenario, this sigil magic, as you said, what if I burn the clovers I've collected? Would that do anything as in helping it manifest? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You could definitely, actually, instead of just burning the clovers there, Killa, I would actually craft the sigil and I'd actually rub the clover so you get some of the green and the oils out of the clovers onto the actual sigil itself. So you got that, and then I would actually burn the leftover clovers as well as an incense for the spell. That's actually a great idea. Absolutely fantastic idea. Character and ethics ain't a bad one either there, Savon. Shoot me a reminder on both of those. I love them. Let's see, Patty. So is it to ask more elaborate questions about stuff that happened here? Like happened here or to ask the question here. You can ask a question as long as it's YouTube appropriate. Keep it within YouTube appropriate. So, 17-ish age limit usually. And as long as, I'll try my best to answer it. Try not to write a book because, we do have a time limit on the streams and we got other people to get to. But I will try. If it's something that is too big, I will ask you to send it to me in another place, like Discord. You can direct message me when you join the Discord server, and I'll try and cover it there. I'm also in the voice chat on Discord a lot too. Let's see. Just thinking outside the box. Oh, nothing wrong with thinking outside the box. That's how we learn. Let's see. Oh, I'm not denying that they work. That, Jen, I'm not denying. If I was, the ones I've used, I make sure I trust the source. That's the only thing. I'm not saying they don't work. There's some of them that, if I didn't think they didn't work, then I wouldn't worry about their sources. So no, they work and they can help. They've actually helped a lot of people I know stop smoking or help with their alcoholism and other things. So I just get suspicious about the ones that are just randomly posted places. That's all. And that's my own personal beef. Everybody's got to make their own decisions. It may be something that I limit myself on too much, and well, that'll just have to be a price I pay. Wild Helantis, how do I know what I see in meditation is real or something made up? That's a tricky one. That's one of the reasons I also focus my practice on manifestations and results. And when you start working in meditation and astral travel, it can be really, really hard to test those results, especially just meditation. So with meditation, I do try to focus on something that can tangibly manifest a result. Or with astral travel, I will try to astral travel to a place that I can actually go view and see if it matches what I saw just a few minutes ago. So I will actually test these things and put them to the test. And if they don't match up, then I don't count it as a success. That's actually a great idea. Making your own is something you can do pretty easily. Uh, they lace it with buy my stuff. Maybe I should get into subliminals. Nah, I'm just kidding. Jen, I've heard some got booted off of YouTube. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Dizzy to death isn't all magic. Some people view it as such, but then there's certain things that you can't necessarily program yourself to do. For example, baneful magic. Baneful magic has to be one of the hardest magics to do and probably one of the biggest ones for proof that it's not just subliminal programming. Because regardless of what you subliminally tell yourself, that's not going to necessarily have an effect on someone outside you that doesn't even know you're doing the working and has no idea what's going on. And yet, baneful magic can cause an outward change to somebody that has no idea what you're doing. Same thing with healing. You can do a healing spell and healing work to create an exact manifestation and change, and the person has no idea what you're doing. They never even see you, but the change still affects. Subliminal programming will not affect that. So, no, I would actually say all magic is not subliminal programming. Some of it definitely can be, but not all of it. Oh yeah, I did look for that. I could not turn it up, Killily. You may have to resend that one. I did look. It looks like it disappeared into the internet ether somewhere. I did try to dig it up for you. Apologize about that. Patty. That actually does happen. Your shadow self can actually appear in a mirror pretty easily, especially when you're just waking up in a dream state and groggy like that in the nighttime. Or it can just be an astral entity goofing around and playing. The Fae would do that too. Not meaning no harm or anything, but just playing, having a good time. But if you were in a trance-like state, I would lean closer to shadow self because the dream is your brain and your subconscious processing through stuff, which does tap into that shadow self. So it's already close to the surface anyway. Oni Chan, yes, I disappeared in my astral sanctum a lot. I won't lie, I've even done it during business meetings when they were talking about something that did not concern me. I checked the crap out. And I did it. Well, no. I used meditation at school. I can't say I used my astral sanctum because I hadn't started in Magick at the time. Luna, that's epic. Bugs up. Yes, that's my subliminals. Buy me coffee. I need coffee. see. All right, we're getting close to our hour here tonight. We've had some really great questions here. So I should probably get over some of the basic news and everything. If we have any new visitors who haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you know anytime we go live. Also, keep an eye out for Sunday. We will be going live on Sunday for Magical Coffee Hour. We usually get a little goofier and talk about things. This one, well, we went into we went a little off topic here tonight for sure, but that's okay. It's always good just to get together, chat with you all, and touch base. Let you all know what I'm working on, since you all do so much to help support the work I do in this channel. I try to keep you up to date on what's going on. Of course, channel members, you all know you get the earliest updates and everything. You'll get early access to any of the classes that come out. And of course, there's a few video ideals and stuff that I will be testing in the members only section, see if it might be viable for taking to the larger YouTube channel. And I do appreciate my channel members for helping me test this stuff and give me feedback as I do it. You guys are amazing. I do appreciate everything you do. And of course, I appreciate all the viewers. Your questions are amazing. The community, again, you guys astound me. Every week I have to go over to different Facebook groups, and all I see is drama. That's all I see. I do not go to Facebook anymore unless it's business, because it's just drama. But the community we have here, I actually enjoy it. I really do. I look forward to it. You guys are amazing. There's no drama. I love it. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, because we really do have seekers looking to learn and better themselves and share information as best they can. And that means a lot to me. So I do appreciate that. Let's see. Other than that, we do have a new video coming out Tuesday, though I'll be honest, I don't remember what this one is. I hope those of you who are taking the free rune class on the playlist, I hope you enjoyed lesson 7 that was posted Tuesday. I know we got a lot of great compliments about the video, and some of you have even messaged me saying you've been seeing crazy results already. That is amazing and awesome. Thank you. There should be at least 1, maybe 2 more lessons in that free rune class. Some of you has asked me about expanding it and going further into certain topics. I might have to do a paid class for that, because YouTube kind of has me a little limited with certain topics, as y'all know. But I don't want to just repost a rune class. So I'm considering, when I do that, it'll be part of a greater, larger Norse magic class altogether, not just runes. Because y'all know, if I post anything to the school, I want value. I want value, and make sure y'all get your money worth for any classes you purchase over at the school. So your critiques, your requests to expand have been noted, and I agree with them. I'm just trying to find a practical way to do it for you all. So yeah, and keep those suggestions and ideas coming. We do appreciate them. And with that, everyone, I am going to get off here. I'm going to drink some more coffee. I'm going to go see what trouble I can get into. I'm going to go see if I can. Tomorrow, I got to find out how my buddy done this whole mayo bomb thing, because I'm still trying to figure out how you do that. That's been bugging me all week. Y'all have a safe weekend. Have a fun weekend. And until Sunday, everyone, legs up. Have some coffee and enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.